Welcome to my channel, and let's talk about my July coloring plan. For July I decided to dedicate my coloring to 3 themes. The first one is Christmas in July. I do love to participate in this coloring challenge because usually in July we have probably the hottest weather here in Kiev, and it's quite pleasant to color something with snow, with ice. And honestly, during December I never have enough time to color all my lovely Christmas books. I collected a lot of Christmas theme books, but unfortunately they are actual for coloring just during 1 month, maybe half of November plus December, and I never are able to color all lovely pictures I want to do. So to color a couple of Christmas pictures during July could be a really nice solution to this problem. So I have 3 books in mind. The first one is Nice Little Town. Sadly, I purchased it in December, but delivery to Ukraine was so long that I managed to do only 1 page here so far, and then even January was over. I did this one in January, so and in February it was totally not the best choice for coloring. So at least now I want to do something here. Maybe I will select something which is not 100% Christmas, like simply sleeping mice. Or I think about this beauty. I don't know why, but this one is really very peaceful, very charming page, and I love everything from the interior of the room to this sleeping bag. So a really nice page. So for me that's my choice number 1. And I also participate in color along, which we Ukrainian colorists have. We invite everyone to color Ukrainian colorists. We have a wide selection of Ukrainian colorists, so if you have any of their pictures, their books, you can color together with us and to post on Instagram with hashtag. I posted info probably a couple of weeks ago, and there you can see names and links to Ukrainian artists, Ukrainian colorists, authors of coloring book and coloring pages. So for me it will be Tatiana Bogema. Next I have this North Pole elves. I think that I even didn't make a flip through on my channel because again I received it somewhere during spring. Definitely not the book for spring, but perfect for the whole winter season. It's again by Morgan O'Brien, but it's not about mice, it's about these adorable Christmas elves. They are absolutely charming, and here maybe I simply will select page where there are no like Christmas trees, simply something from their everyday life. I really think about this one. Again, quite charming, and it's a nice page to start feeling how I want to color those elves, to vary color of their clothes, or they will have similar color. I don't know, but that's a picture about which I will think, and then maybe I will do a flip through of the book, but it's quite old, so they are definitely available on YouTube. And another one is Enchanted Christmas. Well, during December I mostly dedicated my time to Christmas time, so this one was slightly abandoned. And I think that pictures like this mermaid having Christmas, for example, it's not the most interesting for me during December, but perfect for July. She is so lovely with beautiful hair, nice head, and look at this very interesting Christmas tree made from coral. So maybe my third choice for Christmas in July will be this one from Teresa Goodrich, Enchanted Christmas. My second theme, which I selected for myself for July, will be Royal Splendor, and here I can color something with crowns or something with portraits of kings and queens. Let me show you my selection for Royal Splendor theme. Of course, I would love to color something from Legend Nouveau by Herb Leonhardt, and you know that here we have beautiful pictures for King Arthur legend, so maybe Arthur would be my best choice here. It's perfect composition, and I love everything here from the pattern behind him to his armor. So really very beautiful and not as complicated as a Merlin, which I did here, because here background was more challenging. All these pictures, they are like connected by the same background, those lines, and in the same time they are individual portraits, so maybe it will be a good start for this 3 pictures thread to start from author. Next, I have this Enchanting Fairy Tales by Martin Noble, and it's time for me probably to start working on this book more frequently. So far I did just 1 page a year ago, and it was this adorable page from Ugly Duckling. Here I used color pencils, they behaved surprisingly well. Well, but maybe I did it 2 years ago. Anyway, very long time ago, and that's my one and only picture finished here. So for my Royal Splendor, I have 2 pictures in mind. Maybe this one, but I think that more I want to do this one. Here we have the royal family, and I think that their faces, they are really very nicely done. I love faces in books by Martin Noble, so it will be a big pleasure here to color this one. Next, for Royal Splendor, I have Escape to Oz, and again I have here a picture which I wanted to color for a long time, and it's portraits of a royal couple. Well, I think that maybe I would prefer to do first picture on the right. I remember that I promised how to color pearls, and finally I found yesterday this page, and I realized that yeah, here I can try to do realistic pearls and to show you how to color them. So maybe this one. They are both adorable, but for me this is one a little bit easier to start from, so this will be my choice, but of course I would love to do both of them. I know that my plans, it would be enough for me to finish until the end of the year, but I don't care. Even if I manage to do just several pictures from this selection, I already will be happy, and I can always proceed with the same plans in August, so I never mind to do huge plans, to do part of them, then to continue during next months from the same inspirational pictures. Here in Tales of Two Mountains, for my Royal Splendor, I would love to do this one. First, I love lions, and maybe I will color it for my birthday, because I am a lion in August. But really, look at this interesting window behind. I want to do it as a stained glass window, making a little bit of light coming from it and highlighting figure of the princess. So interesting page, and at the same time not a huge, so you can color it relatively quickly. And finally I have, let's talk first about this one, Dark Queen and King. The whole book is suitable for the Royal Splendor theme. I know that not everyone approves of these books, so I receive comments that they are ugly, they are dark, but for me, first, it's probably the least ugly from the series of Crook books, and I think that even if you don't like those ugly elements, you can simply cover them, like here. Not everything is ugly, just here some maybe parts of her body visible, but you can turn it into pattern. So I wouldn't call them ugly and disgusting. For me, they are just really interesting because they all have nice compositions, they have interesting clothes and armory, things which I love to color, and I think that I already adjusted my coloring technique to this paper, doing first background with markers and then doing the rest with polychromos pencils. Yet, yes, some of the pictures are more disgusting, but here I don't mind such elements. It adds some dramatic story. I'm not a big fan of horrors, but such elements in the same time, they don't really bother me that much to prevent coloring in this book. Again, here I wouldn't call this one disgusting, just some creepy eyes from the tree. You can simply cover it and it will be just a portrait of a king. So definitely I would try to continue doing something here. For me they are really very instructive because I still master art of using alcohol markers. So for me it's a really nice challenge and nice just break from my usual technique with simply colored pencils. And finally I have here my frog's tale. My third theme for July will be to start my untouched new books, and frog tales will be perfect choice for both themes, for royal splendor and for untouched books, because so far I hadn't colored anything here, so I have several nice choices here. I would love to start from something more simple like this one. Yeah, paper probably is traditional Amazon, but still I would love to start from something smaller before I would do those pictures which are really like a royal splendor. Look at this adorable page, or this one. But yeah, as my first choice I would do something smaller and also inside of the frame, so you don't have to color the full page. And then we will see how to move. It's one of the books where you actually can color from first page and in color in order. It's also interesting challenge. So we will see. And of course, as for royal splendor, I would love to start this treasure. I know that part of my viewers now are terribly laughing at me because I promised to start this book maybe for a year. And I won't be explaining anymore. I just usually is afraid. First I was afraid how to do backgrounds. Now I purchased colors of watercolor paints, which for me are quite suitable here. Then I wasn't sure if I managed to film properly how I color, because I have quite old camera to film my videos, and usually it's not able to catch all small nuances of colors. When you color skin, it's important, all those pink, peach, beige pink colors. So my camera is just simply not able to do it. But at least now when I can color during weekends with nice daylight, maybe it will be easier for me to color, so no excuses. And also I started to read again books about novels about Polish history, very inspiring. And when you read something and where some of these queens are mentioned, it's really very interesting to color in the same time, very inspiring. So maybe in July this book will be lucky and I will start to color here, but just don't laugh at me too hard. I know that this book I already many times promised to start in it, and one day it will be a happy day for this book and for me also. And yeah, I also want to start my new books, new untouched books, and I want to do accent mostly on mythographic books, because mythographic for me are now probably the most interesting series on the market, and they continue to publish books regularly, and they invite new artists. I saw their plans on Amazon. I saw how many books they promised to publish during this year, in the beginning of the next year, and I realized that I actually can't justify to purchase new books when I have so many books without any colored picture. So I need to start coloring here more frequently. And I would love to color something from the books from which are probably less popular on YouTube. Voyage, Mythical Airs, Paradise, they are more popular, and books by Alessandra Fusey like Dreamweaver or Wanderlust, or Odyssey by Cutting Bank. I saw them not very frequently, so for me it's a challenge. For me they are also frightening because they are more detailed, their collages are more intricate, more strange, comparing to more clear designs in Voyage or Paradise. But still, they are really nice and I have favorites in each of the books. In Dreamweaver, I would love to do this Kitsune page, but with these chrysanthemums, which are more, I don't know, traditional flower for August and September. Maybe I will move this one to September and August. But in Wanderlust, I have two pictures I would love to do already for a long time. The first is, yeah, I would love to do this one, but I haven't decided with the background. But I want to do, sorry guys, I know that it's a bad habit. I want to do this mess. Yes, it looks like a total mess, but somehow I can perfectly imagine color palette for this one. And I think that I decided to color this one after reading a book by Stephen King. It could be definitely a picture, like an illustration to his books. And another one is another book with another very summer picture. Look at this perfect storm around the lighthouse and those marine creatures. Not an easy one, and I think that I would need a long time to color it. But at least here with this marine background I will be able to mask those ugly objects which we have here, like those wooden figure like telephone and robot. So definitely not my favorite part, but when you do water with watercolor it's quite easy to mask those ugly objects and to concentrate on the more interesting things here. You know that I love to color lighthouses, so I definitely want to do a couple of this. And in Odyssey I do love many pictures. First, they are so detailed that I didn't even know what picture to select as the first one, but here I start to think about mermaid. You know that I love to collect mermaids, colored mermaids, created by various artists, and I love to color them not only during May. In May I never have enough time to color all mermaids I want to, so I don't mind to color them in other months too. And this one looks pretty easy comparing to other pictures, so I will try to color to start from this one. But here in Odyssey I really want to do many pictures. Some of them are totally crazy, but I hope that if I manage to do something more simple, then I will adjust to Joseph Kettenbank style better. So that's my plans. Again, they are huge. Of course, apart from these books, I will be coloring many other books. I intend to continue coloring in Kerberazzanes. I would love to color something in Mythic World. In World Within Worlds, I have two pictures in mind. I would love to do Echidna, and surprisingly I want to do this probably the easiest page here with the dragon eye. I will continue to color in Ivy and Inky Butterfly. I promise to do a Elf's Fest page. And then in Teresa Goodrich, probably in July, I would love to work more in Main Street and in Village Charm. So I have huge plans. I hope that at least part of these pictures in the end of July I will show you in full color, and some of these pictures I can continue to color in August. Well, I hope that these plans were interesting to you and that you will decide to color something together with me. Thank you, and until my next videos.